Just weather information available on flight service frequencies. 5G modem is in effect for Palo Alto Airport. For further information, contact flight service frequencies. Read back approach shore instructions and runway assignment is required. Advise ground control departure request. Advise on initial contact. You have information Sierra.
Okay, I'm going to write down the weather here.
Palo Alto Tower, information Sierra, time 2247 Zulu.
There you go. Perfect. You're there. All right, and now this one has, so see, these are electronic in this plane, and then the other, yeah, well, it's a little bit of guesswork here because we can't see the windsock real clearly, but I think where you've got the controls is good. You can see a flag up there.
Now left, I think. Wait.
Yeah, that's fine. It's pretty much a direct crosswind, so to the left is good. All right, then you can look at your pre-takeoff checklist. Just make sure we've got everything finished there.
The wind. Okay, pre-takeoff, flaps 10 degrees. Done. Is that 10 degrees? Yeah, that's 10 degrees.
This is 05 November, stay parking.
Mixture best power forward.
Parking 05 November.
This is 05 November, Roger, taxi to parking via Zulu, Yankee 2, suggest Juliet, and monitor ground.
Yankee 2, Juliet, we'll monitor ground, 9305 November.
Okay, XPDR.
Transponder. So 1200 is VFR and it's in ALT, so that's perfect.
Okay. Nothing but doors and windows, so that's good. Landing light on. Is your door good?
My door is good. Sure, clear for takeoff 3-1. We'll keep the upwind Cessna to the right, 535. All right, now ailerons to the left, into the wind.
5276 Papa, holding share of Yankee 1, ready for departure in sequence.
Cessna 5276 Papa, Palo Alto Tower, hold short, runway 31, number 3 for departure.
Now ailerons move to the right for that right crosswind. Nose a little bit lower, right around there, good. Full throttle.
It is full throttle.
Okay, no brakes.
Palo Alto Tower, ready to 274.
Right, nose a little bit lower on the nose.
I don't know what's happening with the trim.
Tower, hold short, runway 31.
Yeah, just push the nose where you need it, and you can adjust trim later.
Could you just trim right now?
What's that?
King Air
It's like trimmed really high up.
Reach with your right hand. And, yeah, and that'll help also. When the flaps come up, the nose will drop a little bit. Feel that?
Okay, left down.
All right, a little bit lower right turn.
Clear for takeoff. And did you have a transponder code and next frequency for 9090 Romeo?
And King Air 9 Sierra Romeo, on departure squawk 4507, you can expect NorCal at 120.1.
We're pushing the nose a little bit lower.
Yeah,
and
the trim is really horrible.
Yeah,
Romeo,
the nose wants to climb really high, and it takes force, and you have to put it in the right place, and then adjust the trim.
Cessna 76 Papa.
Roll wings level there. Good. Can you see okay over the nose?
Yeah.
Cessna 5
To be looking for traffic, and then to watch your altitude so we don't climb into the Bravo.
Oh, wait, 2 off here for option, students up charge.
It's hard to read it.
And Sirius 3 Papa Zulu, if able, no delay, traffic is 1 mile 5 miles.
All right, I'm hurrying it up, 3 Papa Zulu.
And Meridian 4 Whiskey Alpha, the traffic ahead of you is departing on the left on departure.
Okay, Roger, 274 Whiskey Alpha.
Did I start reducing power? We're at...
Now notice we're descending a little bit.
Yeah.
100, and you can contact NorCal approach at 12.
And why don't you set your climb airspeed to be about... Yeah.
Use caution for bird moving disregard.
Oh, wow. This doesn't make it easy to spot traffic.
Yeah, well, just keep your eyes swiveling over there looking for airplanes. Add a touch of throttle, and a little bit of back pressure. You're almost a 45-degree bank.
Losing a lot of altitude though.
Not a lot, just pitch up a tiny bit. That's good.
Watch now.
You can bank a little steeper to get to 45. You're doing great. There's 45-degree bank. That looks good. Memorize that picture where the horizon is slicing through. Lift the nose up just a tiny bit. And keep that bank angle in there until you're pointing at Monterey.
That's transitioning along the 101.
Now we're climbing. Then the altitude control on that is really bad.
And then roll out on Monterey. Not too bad. You went down a little bit and then you came up a little bit. You corrected for it. That wasn't too bad. All right, try one to the left. Now you're going to see a different sight picture now, because you're going to see the horizon kind of slicing through the cowling at a lower place than when you do a right turn. You know what I mean?
Yep.
All right, so your nose is just a touch low now. Bring it up a little bit, right around there. Hold it there. Get a little bit steeper. Add just a touch of throttle. A little more back pressure. Looking good. Now memorize that picture. Memorize what that looks like, how high the nose is, and where the horizon is touching the cowling. And if you memorize that and do this, your turns will always work nicely. All right, we're coming up on Monterey, and you roll out. That was a beautiful left turn. You want to try the right one again?
Yeah, I think I'm a little worse on the right one.
Yeah, try that again. And just try to get the bank angle and the pitch dialed in so that this is indicating 0 descent rate. And then memorize that picture right around there. That's perfect. Okay, memorize that. And if you make your right turns look like that, you'll always be real close.
November, right turn out, your discretion, altitude, your discretion.
Wide turn out to our discretion, 11 November.
And then add back pressure to hold our altitude as the plane slows down. All right, and when the plane gets to be slower than best glide speed, which in this plane is 68, then you'll have to start adding throttle to slow down and maintain your altitude. All right, so keep pitching back to hold our altitude. Keep pitching. Pitch up a little more. We're starting to descend. Keep pitching up. Keep pitching up. All right, now start adding a little bit of throttle. You'll probably take it up to about 1900, maybe 2000 RPM. Right, 2000 RPM. And keep pitching up. We're going to get slower. So your airspeed is still at 70. We're going to slow it down to like 50. All right, more power. More power. More right rudder. See Monterey in the distance. Try to keep us pointing right at Monterey. You need to be looking outside and occasionally at the instruments. Good. Keep adding a little more power. You might need 2000 or 2100 RPM to maintain altitude. And you can keep pitching up, slow it down even more. You're at 60 now. You can get it slower. Pitch up a little more. Now as you pitch up, the airplane gets draggier and it wants to descend, and so you might even have to add more power to hold your altitude. There's the stall warning horn. Cool.
I dropped the nose a little bit.
Yeah, you hear that stall horn?
Yeah, should I drop the nose at all?
Yeah, drop. Used to it. That's what the airplane demands.
It's now at 12 to 1 o'clock and about 3 miles now. Altitude being 2,200.
We're losing a little bit of altitude, but
All right, then you can roll out on Monterey and then recover back to cruising flight.
Have a safe flight.
Thank you. We're going to just stay over like around the...
All right, now how do we get to cruising flight? Yeah, you can lower the nose and start adding throttle. Now try not to descend. Try to hold your altitude while you're accelerating back to cruise flight. So more throttle. More throttle. And then as the plane accelerates, you're going to lower the nose or we'll start climbing. Yeah, good.
That's the 4 Sierra Papa, frequency change approved.
4 Sierra Pop, thanks.
Configuration, meaning flaps up configuration. Now you want to do the same thing, but in the landing configuration? You're going to like this better because the plane down again using 1500 RPM.
Tower 62 Golf, runway 31, clear for adoption.
All right, and let the plane descend to 4,500 and then hold that altitude as the plane slows down. And now notice flaps have a speed limit. The first notch of flaps here, there's a little blue number. It's hard, you can probably see it. It says 110. See that?
Yeah.
That means you can't put the flaps in until you're below 110. We're below 110, so you can put in the first notch of flaps. Good. And now if we're below the white arc, 85, you can put in the second notch. So go ahead and put in the second notch. And then start adding some throttle. Again, probably 17, 18, maybe even 1900 RPM. Keep adding throttle to hold altitude. And remember that right rudder as the throttle comes up. All right. And you can put in one more notch of flaps.
No stall horning.
Yep, add a little more throttle. Good. So what speed does the stall horn come on?
Without flaps 60, with flaps 50 pretty much.
Good. All right, so let's fly at 55 and let's add more throttle so that we're not descending. It's probably going to take 2,000 or 2,100 RPM, maybe even more, as much as it takes.
Now the plane wants to pitch up so much. Hearing stall horn again, or throttle.
Yeah, so if you're in the stall horn, pitch down just a little bit. And this is called the region of reversed command. What that means is if you pitch up a little more, the airplane will start to descend. And if you pitch down, the airplane will start to climb. And I don't know if you've read about that, but you're going to read about that. We'll talk about it more. All right, so enough power to climb back up to 5,500 to the left.
Feeling stall horn very.
You feel how the plane's kind of mushy. The controls are not as responsive as they are when you're moving fast. All right, let's keep turning left towards Monterey.
System Fox traffic, you could
There's some traffic to our right side, a few miles away. So trim it to hold 60 knots in the descent. All right, so this is just like we're descending for landing. This is just what it looks like on final. You're at about 65 with full flaps. So this is just what it looks like on final approach. Now, let's say we're on final approach for landing and we get too slow, what will happen?
Or when you pitch down, and then if we get off glide slope, then add some power.
Okay, well let's bring the throttle all the way to idle. Okay, now let's just gradually pitch up. Say you're a pilot and you're not paying enough attention to your airspeed and you're getting too slow, you're pitching up. So I want you to just keep pitching up until we stall. Okay?
So you want to hit a stall.
Yep, more back pressure. You'll start to hear the stall horn at about 50. Keep pitching up. Keep pitching up. Even more. Even more. Keep pitching. Just keep pulling it back. There, you're starting to hear the stall horn. Now just keep pitching. Slowly lift that nose up until we stall. Keep going. Pull, pull more, pull more, pull more. Keep pulling. Pull it all the way back. Pull it all the way back. All the way back. Like that. There's the stall. Okay, now push the yoke forward, add full throttle, and flaps up to 20. Full throttle. And now you can start pitching up for the climb. And you're at a safe airspeed, so now flaps can come up to 10. Now we're climbing. A little more right rudder for the climb.
Yeah.
More right rudder, and flaps all the way up, and pitch up more for the climb. Now, what's our best rate of climb speed?
I don't know.
74 or 76. So let's pitch for 74. We'll climb at our best rate speed, and it is 74.
It's clearing up a little bit. Well, I think. I don't know. Actually, probably not. No, never mind. Looked like it because, like, I didn't see the shoreline.
Yeah, where we are here, the clouds are out over the water, but up there, they're still over the land.
Yeah.
Procedure memorized? You can just do it,
Um.
and let me know if you have any questions. All right, so level off at 4,500 at cruise speed, and then transition to the power off stall.
621 for the option.
too slow.
All right, your speed's good, so you can start bringing in some flaps. Notice how when you put the flaps in, the nose wants to lift
Yeah,
up?
so
Yeah, and so you're going to get used to that. And when in the landing pattern, every time you put in a notch of flaps, the nose comes up and you have to push it back down.
Here's 3 Papa Zulu traffic.
Did I put another notch?
Yep.
They're on the south end of Slack, altitude 3000.
5-3 Papa Zulu.
All right, now you can put all the flaps in and throttle all the way back, and you're descending at 65, just like we're landing. So keep flying towards Mount Diablo, and then you can pitch us up for the stall. And it's just a real gradual pitch up to bleed off our airspeed.
We saw him, 5 Mike Tango.
All right, keep pitching up. Soon you'll hear the stall horn.
Additional traffic over Slack appears to be northbound. Altitude indicating 2,400.
Keep pitching. Keep pitching. More. All the way into the stall. All the way. Pull back. Pull back. There's the stall. Okay, full throttle. Full throttle. Flaps 20. And pitch up for the climb. Look at that. You did it. All right, now let's climb at 74.
Yep.
With the flaps all the way up. You can keep
All the way up?
keep going down until we get to takeoff speed, about 60 knots.
Top is 62 Golf number 2.
And then we're going to add power and pitch up for the power on stall.
Runway 31.
Make sense?
Yep.
Good. You're holding your altitude. We're slowing down. When the airspeed gets to 60, you're going to add almost full throttle and pitch up for the stall. Okay, you see him heading for the mountains in the distance there. All right, keep pitching up to hold your altitude. All right, and watch your airspeed. When you get to 60, you're going to add almost full throttle. And remember, you're going to need right rudder. Okay, now bring in the throttle. Almost full throttle. And right rudder. More right rudder. And pitch up. Yeah, you can use your peripheral vision here. Keep pitching. That's enough power. Keep pitching. Keep pitching. There's the stall.
Oh, that's scary.
Nose, okay, push the nose down, full throttle, and now you can climb back up. The recovery is easier because you don't have flaps to deal with now. So it's just pitch down to get safe airspeed and then start climbing.
That one's more scary though. Because
the nose is higher.
Oh,
yeah.
I feel like you're nearly like, I'm probably not even that close to vertical, but.
And you got a little bit of wing drop there, and that's because the ball wasn't in the center. So that's the beginning of a spin. If you stall and you're uncoordinated, that's the beginning of a spin, which your dad knows all about. All right, let's level off at 4,500.
This is November 52535, Cessna November 52535, about 3 miles south of Slack, with information Tango requesting pattern work or... Wait.
Good, how to do it. All right, let's level off here temporarily until we're across the hills. We'll power up about 20 for that little body. You see that little stream that's just to the northwest of the airport? Head for that stream that goes out into the bay.
Like right there?
A little to the left.
Well, oh.
Yeah, and turn even a little more to the left because even though we're pointing this direction, we're going that way because of the wind. Good. Oh, look at San Francisco and clouds over the bay.
Okay, we're sitting at 2,000.
Yeah, maybe a little bit less throttle now, about 2,000 RPM.
Oh, we're already in.
That's good. You're driving across the highway here at 1,500, and then soon we'll start that right turn. All right, you can start that right turn. That guy's turning base.
Testify Mike Tango all the way in Zulu and contact ground.
Zulu ground, 5 Mike Tango, thanks for help today.
Maybe a little less throttle here. Keep
Testify
descending to
35,
1,000.
runway 31, clear for the option if on the go right, close traffic, and I'll call your base for departure.
Okay, clear for the option 31, then right traffic. You'll call the base 535. All right, so you're going to level off at 1,000 feet. And remember, how much power do you use for that level off?
1,500.
No, when we're flying level on the
2,000.
downwind, 2,000, perfect. You can start bringing
That's
it
the
up
other
towards
one that's-
2,000 now.
Yeah, I got increased throttle.
Good. All right, now pitch for level flight.
Keep on.
You're still descending, so
A
pitch
lot.
up a little bit.
27 Echo Uniform, Pop Terra, hold short
That
runway
looks
31
good.
in sequence.
Turn left a little bit,
3-1.
about 5 or 10 degrees.
We from.
And she's going to tell us when to turn base. We're going to maintain this
Bravo 7 Echo
altitude
Uniform, I think
until
it
she
missed
tells
to
us to
verify
turn
runway
base.
31, hold short.
Holding short, 3-1. 27 from.
Keeping an eye on the pattern.
Nice altitude control. All right, hopefully she's going to call our base soon before we get to San Jose.
Or really close to Moffett. Okay, maybe should have
Cessna 60 Golf, right Dumbarton, runway 31, clear takeoff.
3-1, clear for takeoff, right, Dumbarton, 60 Golf.
All right, we're going to hold on to our altitude here because we're extended pretty far.
Yeah.
You'll roll out pointing about there. Roll out, take a look, and decide when to turn final. Yeah, about now.
I should keep some throttle in, right? Like 1,800 RPM?
Yeah, or 2,000 still. We'll start our 1,500 RPM descent pretty soon, like maybe now-ish. All right, 1,500 RPM and 1 notch of flaps. Good.
7 Echo Uniform, right
And then for
Dumbarton,
now,
runway
let's just
31,
descend
clear
at
takeoff.
about 80 knots.
Takeoff, 27 from.
Maybe you're going to need a little more power.
We're low, I see the lights, red and red.
She said the winds were 330 at 15, so we should have a wind from the right.
Little bit, like, what, 20 degrees? Wait.
Yeah, about 20 degrees off the runway heading. And when it's 20 degrees off the heading, then 1/3
coffee number 2,
of the wind is crosswind component. So 330 at 15, we should have about a 5-knot crosswind. Noticeable, but not huge. All right, now let's do 20, yeah, good. Second notch, and about 70 or 75 knots.
Still a little slow.
Now you're going to start seeing the PAPI lights, and it looks to me like you're white and red, which is just perfect.
A little slow, though.
You pitch down for the speed, and then if you need to add a little throttle, then yeah, now see the lights turned red, so add some throttle. All right, and we'll hold that next bit of flaps for later. A little more throttle, and a little pitch up for the speed.
Oh, it wants to pitch up a lot more than I hope.
Okay, now you got red and white on the lights again.
Yeah, should I third notch?
I'd wait a little bit longer. And you can slow the plane down a little bit. We're at 75. I mean, we're almost at 80. Okay, now let's add the third notch and slow it down to, let's slow it to 70. Since it's windy, we'll use 70 instead of 65. So a little more throttle. A little more throttle.
Oh, the wind, oh my god.
A little more throttle. Yeah, leave the throttle right about there. Maybe a little bit less now. Good. Okay, speed's pretty good. A little less throttle. And let's get right on the center line. A little less throttle.
Yep.
Speed's a little high, so pitch up just a
Uniform,
bit.
do you have the traffic right on your right over
Perfect.
the outer bridge?
Keep doing what you're doing.
Site Cessna.
Lower the nose a little bit to keep your speed. Lower the nose a little.
Yeah.
Cessna 60 Golf, frequency change crew.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Bravo 7 Echo Uniform, maintain vicious operation from that Cessna, frequency change crew.
Okay, slowly bring the throttle back. Let's start lifting the nose. Throttle all the way back. Lift the nose, a little more. Gentle on the brakes. Yoke all the way back and yoke
Cessna
to the right.
5276 Papa Ball, the tower in the midfield left down for runway 31.
First exit, let's go.
Runway 31, Cessna 536 Papa.
Cessna 535, runway 31, taxi back each time via Zulu, made my frequency to bias and terminating.
Okay, we'll taxi back each time to 31535.
Okay. The tower, Cessna.
Trim and transponder. Okay, we did all that. You can tuck this under your leg maybe. It's a windy day, so a little bit challenging on the traffic pattern. Not a bad landing. Next time I want you to get the nose up higher before we touch down.
Yeah.
And as you line up at the runway, ailerons all the way to the right.
Downwind, runway 31 could land.
Good.
Clear to land number 2, following distance Tabria, 739 Tango.
All right. Looking good. Full throttle. Wait
It's
for
full,
that
it's full.
airspeed. Okay, there's 55. A little bit of pitch up. A little more pitch up.
Yeah.
A little more. Good. Nice takeoff.
Oh, right rudder.
Little, yeah, more right rudder and a little more pitch up to get 74 in the climb. Good. Try to see where that horizon intersects the cowling, and that's your pitch up attitude for the climb.
A little too slow now.
Yeah, it just needs a minor adjustment. More right rudder?
Yeah.
Nicely done. More horsepower, take even more, like your Cirrus. All right, let's roll out there. Takes.
We're rolling out left with the right rudder.
That's right. That's correct. Okay.
We'll call you crosswind.
62 Bronx, we'll call out crosswind.
At Tower 535, where's our traffic now?
Cessna 535, they're approaching the pond on final.
That pitch down to keep 85 knots in the descent.
Skyline 420 Whiskey Alpha Paul at the tower, make right traffic, runway 31.
Right traffic, runway 31, 0 Whiskey.
Yeah, the nose right around there is about where you want it. Okay, you can start a right base.
0 Whiskey Alpha has got information, Tango.
And on right base, another notch of flaps and 75
to go,
knots.
crosswind approved.
61, sending crosswind.
Cessna 76 Papa, your traffic follows on the right base turn.
And then turn a little bit more than 90 degrees so you're pointing into the wind a little bit. Perfect, just like that.
A little slow, a little nose down a little bit. Or on 70. Should I do third notch?
Nope, not yet. All right, let's turn final, and after we turn final, we'll think about third notch.
Tabria 62 Golf, you're going to be number 3, following a Cessna, turning left to base, runway 31.
I notice when you're adjusting the throttle that you're moving your hand kind of like this. Maybe don't do that. I'm not sure if that's good for the throttle.
Cessna 9 Tango Whiskey,
control.
safe parking.
Try to move it straight in and out.
All right.
Cessna 9 Tango Whiskey, Roger.
Okay, now let's go full flaps and keep 70 knots.
Kilo 739 Tango.
Oh, this is perfect. You're right on the center line. You're right on the red and white lights. You're right on your airspeed. Perfect.
Little nose down. Airspeed is not. That's good. A little fast. A little
Perfect.
low,
Keep doing what you're doing. Perfect.
little slow.
Funnel to ground.
Okay, now ever so slowly start bringing the throttle back and start slowly lifting the nose. Just ever so gently. Throttle back.
1689
Throttle back some more.
Over
Let the nose down a little bit.
280 near Crystal Springs.
Okay, now start lifting the nose. More. Yeah.
Information Tango.
All right, gentle on the brake. No brakes until the nose is down. We'll go to the next intersection.
Make a left traffic,
Good.
runway 31.
Now that's where you want to get the nose. You want to get the nose that high or maybe even slightly higher.
Yep. You're starting to stall at the
Cessna
very
894, I
end.
think I missed it. Verify it as information, Tango.
We have information Tango. 2 Juliet Spartan.
Oh, the spacing is looking great with this Tabria. Nice approach. Look at that. You're right on the center line. We got red and white pappy lights, and you're right on 70 knots. Perfect.
Looks like it's more of a headwind now. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think the crosswind's not as strong. Let's ask. Wind check, please.
Winds are currently showing 31012.
Thank you.
Headwind.
Okay, we're a little to the right side of the runway now.
Yep. A little more nose down. Little more speed.
Looking great.
And can I do a base turn?
RBA Gulf Delta, base is approved, expect 1 departure.
Okay, 1 departure at Gulf Delta.
All right, I'll coach you through the power reduction and the
Right now.
flare. So yeah, you can start bringing this power slowly back,
Ooh.
but leave the nose down to keep your speed. You can power all the way back now. Power all the way back, and now start lifting the nose slowly. Keep lifting, keep lifting. Ailerons to keep us on the center line.
Yep.
Keep lifting the nose, keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting. There you go, and hold that nose high, and now let the nose down. Good.
Why do we hold the nose so high?
That's how you land slow.
Cessna 535, we could expedite to the end.
Expediting. All right, let's give it a little, let me take the controls here for a second.
I thought you were pumping the brakes.
Nah, just trying to remind you to put a little more right rudder in. A little more power to stay on the glide path. Okay, looking good.
Apollo Tower, Cessna 5043 Juliet, holding short Yankee 1, ready for departure.
Cessna 5043 Juliet, Apollo Tower, hold short runway 31.
Short runway 31, 43 Juliet.
Cessna 2 Uniform Charlie, start to crosswind turn.
Starting crosswind to you from Charlie.
Stop at 62 Golf, I'll call your base.
Look, Xavier, no hands.
Wow. Super impressive, Matthias.
We'll go to the next one.
Tower, Cessna 4927 Bravo.
I want to go
That
for a
was
second.
real close.
I want to
man.
Transition through your airspace.
That was all you. I didn't touch
Cessna
anything.
4927 Bravo 20 Yankee Zulu, Apollo Tower, hold your current position and waiting for release.
Tower position, 520 Yankee Zulu.
You can turn. Hopefully there's enough space.
Bonanza 01 November, for a possible IFR, make right traffic via KGO.
Right traffic via KGO 01 November.
That's Strawberry 1 Mike Echo, begin your crosswind. Just hold your current position to be in the Cirrus.
Roger.
Turn. Looking good. A little late of a little high and a little fast. Okay. Third notch. Good job.
Cessna 43 Juliet, make a left close traffic at the outer bridge.
Left close traffic at Auto Bridge, 43 Juliet.
00 Yankee Zulu, hold short runway 31.
A little slow and low. A little more power.
00 Yankee Zulu, you will hold short 31.
And Toto Golf over the Cirrus, hold short runway 31 in sequence.
Roger, in sequence for 312 Toto.
Get on speed now. Reduce throttle. Stay centered. And
Bonanza 01 November, once you're over KGO, make a right 360 for spacing.
One right.
Nice one, Matthias. Beautiful.
right on
The 535 if you're able, left on Charlie.
Alright, left turn.
Left on Charlie 535.
Thank you.
Auto Tower, helicopter.
Nice job, Matthias. That was a sweet one.
Landing spot with uniform.
Great job.
Helicopter 6350 Golf Apollo Tower, enter the
Once. A friend of mine is a sailing instructor there. So he's out there teaching kids how to sail.
I'm gonna turn.
Cessna 43 Juliet, that Cessna is about to turn right crosswind.
Roger, that's Roger Juliet.
Okay, they're referring to us.
Yep, he's over there. Good.
Juliet and over to ground 01 November.
Do we have traffic in front of us?
Fabria 62 going through in the sequence.
Hold source 31 and sequence 2 after.
Guess I really can take a nap over here.
Cessna 2 Echo Lima, right Dumbarton, runway 31, cliff takeoff.
Okay. Never
One
do.
clear for
Wait.
takeoff, 173
I'm
for
gonna reduce.
Cessna 8500 Sierra Papa Apollo Tower, hold short runway 31.
Top notch.
runway 31 0 Sierra Papa.
Alright, turn final. Alright. Speed dropping.
Sorry, Lou.
No problem. This is only the second time he's flown a Cessna, and he's landing it by himself.
Pretty good, huh?
Charlie, right close traffic. At the
Better
train
than
bridge,
the
runway
Centauri, in
31,
my
clear
opinion.
takeoff, traffic Cessna, mile and a half final.
Good takeoff, 3-1, right clear traffic, 4-3 after Charlie.
We're a little way too, what am I saying? We're way too high. We're way too high. Okay. Pretty much going idle now because we're way too high. Oh, there's someone taking off. Hit their notch. Man, we were high. Now we're descending. This is good. We're too slow. A little more throttle. Stay on glide path. Glide slope. Speed.
Yoke all the way back while you're braking.
Cessna 05 November, no
We'll
traffic
go to the next
observed
one.
between us and Hayward. Frequency change approved, safe flight.
And yoke all the way back while you're braking. That helps.
Yeah.
Did you feel the wheels shudder a little bit there?
Yeah.
That's when the brakes were starting to, or the wheels were starting to skid a little bit.
Just like in your plane, before we shut down the engine, it's good to turn the, check the magnetos like this. You try that. Good. Now, okay, and then switches.
And then off.
Yep. And key out, off and out. Good. All right, and then just look here to see if we missed anything.
Tough time. How many hours was that? Like
2.8. That was.
nearly 3 hours?
That was 2.2 hours.
Okay, that's 11
That might be your longest flight yet. Are you up to 11 hours?
11 hours.
You know, Xavier,